I expect that we play what we are talking about and what we are doing in training.
Okay, Paul.
Hi, Oliver. Congratulations. Ismail Sarr's now scored 7 in 9 matches against Liverpool. He's always been a very talented player, but what do you make of the way he's progressed and how much further do you think he can go?
It's up to him. Yes, he progressed, especially in scoring goals, massively. And I think also the way we are playing and he's connected with the other players suits his style. And when he has a little bit more space, also that's what he needs for his game. And it's a great finish. And to be fair, I was thinking, or yesterday we were discussing in the coaching staff, do we rest Isma or JP? And then I decided that Eddie plays on the 9 position because this is the position he prefers most, and Isma plays, and it was also the plan to play him 60 minutes. Scoring 2 goals, and especially the second goal I really liked how we played in this situation, and it's good for him. And it's the same Jeremy Pino. And then we're talking, should we rest or not? But what's the best motivation for him for Saturday? Is scoring the goal, because it's his first goal for Crystal Palace, and that's why I never separate the mind from the body. And yes, that maybe the legs are fatigued, and his both shins were bloody. And I said to him, "Welcome to England or English football." And but he was smiling and was, because he scored a goal, and that's this positive emotions and experience. This just helps you to recover quicker than it's the opposite.
Bobby.
Just to follow on your goal and assist, like you spoke about needing confidence yesterday, it must be just a perfect boost for him.
Yes, and I also liked him because he got a few knocks and then he was limping, and we spoke at halftime, and they always, I think I asked him 8 times, is everything okay? And he said yes. And I like it, honestly. If somebody is that ambitious and he worked really hard and he got the reward today, and this will help him, this will help us, and therefore it was very good for him.
And the balls from deep from Daichi Kamara's, especially in the first half, seemed to be a really important route to attack you tonight.
Yes, it was a little bit, again, we didn't expect them mirroring our system. And then it's because we want in possession to behave a little bit different if they play 4-3 or they mirroring us. And at the beginning we were too static in our positions, and for them it was easy because they mirrored us, and that means Pino always got pressured, and we said, okay, just move behind their 6s, maybe overload one side, and the third goal where all 3 players, I think, started from 5 yards, and then they spread out, and this is again, it took us a little bit to adjust, but on the other side, I expect that the players know what to do because they can change it 3-4 times in a game, that they immediately know, okay, now they're playing a back 4. That means we have other spaces when they play a back 5, and this took us a little bit. From my perspective, it took us a little bit too long.
And it's the first time since 1992 that Crystal Palace have reached the last stage of the League Cup in successive seasons. What is it about cup football this club loves, or you being here last summer?
We almost lost against Millwall, so we were a little bit lucky. I don't know. It's my mindset is, and I said it in the press conference after the Arsenal game. And I said to the players, as long as you don't say we sent the under-21s because we feel too fatigued and too tired, we will go to win there. And I asked the players, and the players said, no, we won't. And then we went. And this is just, we take everything, and it's not, and to be honest, that's what I didn't like at the beginning. It looked like we saw the starting lineup, and then maybe it's a little bit easier. And we didn't have the focus, and we're always talking about our standards, and we set our standards, nobody else, and we don't want to care about whom the others are playing. And first 15 minutes we didn't show our standard. We want to have and we want to show. Yes, later we did. And also, of course, maybe I have to be a little bit, not too strict, harsh, not too harsh with the players, because we play many games, and I'm unfortunately for them, I'm always a perfectionist, and then if I see something, even we are 3-0 up and it's the 93rd minutes, I want them to play our way and be perfect and make the runs and defend with 100% focus. So sometimes it's tough for them.
Gentleman there.
What was your reaction when you saw the Liverpool team line up, and how much of a boost did it give your team when you saw Mo Salah, Ekitike?
No. It was Arne Slot's decision, so we never care about what the others are doing. Of course, we told the players, but still, I think it would be disrespectful to all their players, because I've seen Joe Gomez, who I don't know how many games he played for Liverpool, won the Champions League and the league with them. I've seen Wataru Endo. I don't know how many games he has for Japan, but a lot. I've seen McAllister. He won the World Cup a few years ago as a starter. I've seen Kerkes, they bought for more than 40 million. I've seen Chiesa, who played for the Italian national team. I've seen Nguomo, who showed that he can score goals in the Premier League when he scored at Newcastle, a very important goal. And then they was mixed with a few maybe not so experienced players, but they showed that this is a good team. I think everybody is a member of the Liverpool squad, and I played 19 years professional football, and I was never good enough to be playing for a Liverpool or being in the Liverpool squad, because all these players are very good players. Otherwise, they wouldn't play for FC Liverpool, wouldn't wear this shirt, and wouldn't wear this badge. So I think it would be disrespectful if we say, maybe it wasn't the strongest team, but it was a very good Liverpool side.
Okay. Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Which one, first one?
How big a blow is it to be out of the Carabao Cup, and when you look back at your selection, would you pick the same team again, or any regrets?
What was your first word?
How big a blow to be not
Blame?
Big a blow.
Blow, okay. Now, it's always a blow to lose a game of football, especially if it leads to going out of a competition. But it's the same selection I did tonight as I did last season in rounds like this. There are many reasons maybe why we've lost 5 out of 6 or 6 out of 7. None of them are good enough to accept losing so many. So I can come up with arguments or reasons, but none of them will how do you say this? Will be enough to go to that standard, because at Liverpool losing 5 out of 6, 6 out of 7 is always too much. But if I look at our performance against Brentford, to use that as an example, 2 days after we played Frankfurt away, I saw there a team that maybe struggled with playing 3 games in 7 days. Again, not an excuse, but to lose that game of football, which is not a complete surprise to me if I see the struggle some players have had in pre-season, and players that came from different leagues, and it's a new challenge for them to play at Premier League and Champions League level 3 games in 7 days. So again, in 2 days we play Villa, and the last time I played a player that we thought was ready for that program, but it turned out maybe that he wasn't, was Alexander-Arnold, where he went out with an injury. Last time we played Southampton, Giovanni Leoni went out with an injury in a game like this, and we got the red card for Hugo Ekitike after 2 yellows. And I think at this moment of time, with only 15, 16 players available, and I'm talking then about players of our squad available, then to add to that this club has always used this competition for their academy players as well, so for the non-starters and academy players. This felt to me as the right decision, but and I haven't changed my opinion about that after the results, because with our starters we haven't been able to win a lot from Palace as well.
Beth?
Obviously you've been able to sort of protect your first team players, your senior players from injury tonight. Do you worry that it might put a bit more pressure on that game on Saturday, more expectation, having given those players a rest tonight?
I don't think it's possible if you lose 5 out of 6 that there's now after 6 out of 7 even more pressure. So if you are in a run of results like this, if you play for Liverpool, if you manage Liverpool, you know the pressure is there, and I don't think it has changed much after this loss. But if it did, then the most positive thing about tonight was that the position we were in, 2-0 down, and we weren't really pushing for a goal because we weren't able to. The fans were behind the team, were supporting us, and that gives me the feeling that Saturday, when our players will show how much it means to them, our fans will be incredibly supportive for us Saturday. But again, we face a team that has rested a week to play us, and that's Villa.
Paul Joyce?
Who will be back for the weekend is Alexander-Arnold kind of
I think Ryan has a good chance. The other ones are going to be, let's wait and see tomorrow and Friday. But I don't know all of them, but I think Ryan has the best chance from all of them. Yeah.
Mike?
A year ago in those rounds, you'd have Salah, say, on the bench, and some of the other senior players on the bench. Was it the fact that you wanted 0 risk at all, that you wouldn't have them even?
I'm not too sure if that is right what you are saying, because when we played West Ham, I don't think Salah was on the bench. But maybe I'm wrong, maybe you are right. But I don't think he was. So a year ago, we did the same. But maybe the lineup felt differently. I said this also for the television, that before I went out, I saw City's lineup, and I don't think they had one starter from the weekend. But it felt as if you look at their lineup, they played with their 11 starters. So maybe it also gives a little bit of an insight that everybody has always said how big of a squad we are having. When we played Chelsea, I said they're missing 8, but they can still bring Estevao in. Now we're only missing 4 players at the moment, and already we needed to start with 4 players under the age of 19. And after I made 2 substitutions, we were on 6.
Arne, is there anything you can say to Nalo after that second yellow red card in 2 appearances?
I didn't need to say, I didn't need to say that much, because another thing which I liked, but it's not the most important thing, but Ibu and Virgil immediately went inside to speak to him, to talk to him. So that tells me that they are great human beings in a moment like this, when a young player for the second time is being sent off. Maybe the first time after he played against PSV, I'm not 100% sure, but I think he did. That they feel how difficult that moment for him is, to go inside and be supportive for him. So it wasn't needed that I took care of them. These 2 already took care of him.
Will, last one.
Just the performance on Calvin Rams, that was his first game.
Yeah.
What did you make of that? And the formation as well, 3-4-3, is that something you could look at?
No. Before I answer the first one, I got the same question a second ago. When we play teams that are playing 5-2-3, it has mostly been that Ryan Gravenberg then is taking the inverted left winger. So then you're also defending with 5. It's not for the first time that we build up with 3 players as well. So I wouldn't see too much into that. I think Kelvin had a very, very decent performance. Calm on the ball. Like, I don't know if I said it over here, but the first half hour I think was, I think we had better chances than them actually. And he was part of that. So played with how do you say this word? But he was calm, with composure. Played with composure. And so a decent to good game for him. And I said also afterwards, if you make your debut after a 3-0 loss, you might feel very, very, very disappointed. But the two of you can be quite happy with the way you've played your first time here at Anfield.
Thank you, everyone.